Oh man, what's this on the porch? Quake from ARRMA? Something new. Huh, let's check it out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to CCxRC. In this video, we're gonna be taking a look at the brand new ARRMA Quake. This is a new one in their monster truck lineup, like they've had the Gorgon in the past. This is more of a truck body instead of like the Escalade or the, I guess, what is it, a SUV style body that the Gorgon had. This has got a little bit more of the truck characteristics, and it comes fully brushless out of the box. So we're gonna be taking a look at this. They did some cool stuff on the package here, so I wanna point that out. One of the coolest things, and I don't know if they've done this in the past, but right here is they've got a new speed table, and they're saying real 50 miles an hour plus out of the box. And they say that these speed things are stock body shell, normal conditions, ready to run. Basically, as it comes out of the box is what these speeds are. Don't need to change pinions, don't need to do anything crazy. But there's some crazy speeds. 50 miles an hour on a two-wheel drive monster truck is insane. So here on 2S, it's saying at their 50%, so they've got throttle limits on their controller. At 50%, you can go 20 plus miles an hour. 75% power on the controller is 30 miles an hour. 40 plus at 100, full on the throttle on this side. And we'll show you those when we get the controller out. There's a position switch where you can set that. Basically, so if you want to go from hand it over to a beginner, these are what speeds they'd be going. But if you put it on 3S battery at 3S at 50%, 25 plus miles an hour, 40 plus at 75%, and then you hit the 50 plus miles an hour at 100%. That's crazy on two-wheel drive. Also, you can see here on the side while we're here, the three color options. They've got this red color, and then they've got the green, which looks amazing to me. That is Super Gravedigger, and then what we got right here is the purple and pink version of it. But this thing is really rad. We'll go ahead and unbox it for you right now and show you what you get. But just again, looking at the package here on the front, 50 plus miles an hour. It has their dynamic stability control and their secure link technology, Spectrum Electronics, ready to run. Just need to get a battery and charger to run this. Here comes nicely packaged up in here. We'll get rid of some of this stuff. It's got a new clip system that we're going to show you in just a second. Here is that radio that we were talking about. We'll get this out of here. Oh, it's even got the name of the car on the top. You know who that's super handy for? Me. I got so many radios laying around here that especially that look just like this radio, that's super handy. Plus, oh my goodness, this might be a favorite feature right here. They give you big boy tools with this one. Instead of the little L1s and all the whatever, they give you actual, like, decent tools, it seems like, to work with these. Plastic handles, whatever, but nice to get in there for your first tool set. You don't have to buy them when you buy the car. You can get in here and you can take it apart. That's the bigger size. It looks like it's a 2 and 2.5 millimeter is what these look like to me. You get nice tools. All right, you also get couple of clips for your shocks. You get another tool here, a wheel tool, kind of multi-tool, and you still get the little metal L wrench in there. That looks like a 1.5. That is really cool that they did this red and blue, which I would also say a lot of times they use these colors. The red on a lot of tools is the 2, and the blue is a 2.5. All right. Got a little, if you're collecting these little keychain thing for the car, Quake. And here it is. You gotta zoom in for this. You gotta peel this off. There's like in my light at least, there's a shine, almost like a metallic look to it, but it's not really. It's just really shiny. This pink on here, it reflects the light better than the other colors, which are matte, which is pretty cool. So, all right, so here it is. Not full on like Chevron tires, but they do have that little bit of a V groove to them here on the tires. Looking at it, it's got that spine chassis that they're using. That's a composite material. And so that you don't have to take the body off while you're running to change batteries or get it ready, they did it from the bottom. So it's a bottom loading style like the Gorgon had. So just drop your batteries in, pop that on, and you're good to go. Up front, they've got this single clip that you pull and push, and it releases. I have to show you after. And they stay in it. So unlike typical body clips that come out, these just kind of push in and over and lock it in place. So that's different. That's kind of new and interesting that they've done it this way. So that's pretty cool. We'll see how that works in practice, but you've got them on the front and the rear. It means that your body stays nice and clean. Speaking of, let's take a quick look at it. Nice rigid body. It's got some molded pieces here on the front. Molded front end here, probably to stiffen up and protect that when you're taking hits on the front, as well as on the rear. You've got this, and it goes down the side and the back, so that whole thing has a really hard plastic molded piece, and that's the same with the whole front end has it. So it's not just this. Where that sticker is on the front, that's plastic behind that as well. So big old supports, and they transfer that up through the top here. So that hopefully will be nice and sturdy. Looking at the back, you got a wheelie bar here. Plastic, pretty much everything, plastic shock bodies. This is where they've got retainer clips, and they've got more of them in the package, but it's running 2 on the rear here. You could stiffen that up if you wanted by putting another one in there. I like it to kind of sit when it takes off. And I don't mind them chassis slapping a little bit, honestly, especially with the wheelie bars in the back. Here we've got our brushless system. There's a fan up top here. The motor's internal inside there. Try and get you a little peek at that. But you've got your motor sitting right there. The fan is up on the top of the chassis here. And then you've got your transmission gears here tucked right underneath this. All right, so we're taking this off basically to get a look at the spur gear here. And it's got the slipper, and I'm just going to tighten that up. I usually like mine a little tighter than they come from factory for crazy wheelies and stuff. But you don't want to tighten it all the way because you want it to slip some. So usually I'll tighten it all the way down, and then I'll back it off from there. So that's tight. I'll go half. I'll probably do one whole turn basically. Like that. So we've snug ours pretty good. Don't recommend everybody do that. Depending on your advanced level, that would be something you may or may not want to change. But if you're new to RC, you might leave that as it's set in the beginning. And when you learn how to land and not be on throttle and some of that stuff, you can work on making adjustments to it. But we're going to start with it a little bit tighter than it came from the factory. Looking up on the bottom side here, you can see the ARRMA suspension, big plastic ones. They're not adjustable here, like what would normally be turnbuckles and steering arms. So these are just solid plastic, which for these bashers is all I would probably want anyway. These are going to be more durable than having a rod end on there, in my opinion. More flexible in spots and less prone to breakage. And it's not something that I would be tuning on a monster truck like this anyway. So I am totally fine with that. On the top here is your ESC and receiver combo. They're doing like a 2-in-1 unit here. And so you've got the plugs and all that kind of wired right there. And your servo sits under there with a servo saver tucked up in here, so you can make adjustments to that from the bottom. We'll leave that as is for now. For the servo itself, if you wanted to remove it, it looks like you'd have to take off this front shock tower in order to get to the other screws, because the two are reachable here on this side, but the other two are kind of buried underneath here, and it doesn't look like there's an access through these to be able to get to it. So they've got it very tight and tucked, which I like. It may cause a little bit more work if you're doing some changes, but it's going to actually keep everything nice and securely mounted in here, which is a bonus. So yeah, if you want to change that, it's not bad. It looks like 4 screws or so, and you take this off and get in there to get the other 2 screws, change out your servo. Other than that, it's pretty accessible because your servo saver is able to be removed right from the bottom here, and that looks pretty easy to get into. So overall, it looks like a pretty solid truck. We'll see how this body clip system does here, putting it back on. We're gonna pull these out, push it down, slide these in place like so. That easy. No body clips. The suspension actually looks pretty good. So a couple things to know about the Quake here, you guys. This is capable of 2S or 3S batteries, like we said, LiPo batteries. The bottom loading area here isn't super thick, so you're not going to be able to probably get some of the thicker 3S packs in here. We'll have to take a look and see. But I've got like this shorty pack one that'll fit in here. There's actually quite a bit of room, it looks like. We might be able to get a bigger one in there. But this is like a 2S 5000 milliamp hour battery here. Like so. I don't have the adapter on. Not a lot of room to work with in here. Not a lot of room. Especially when you get an adapter on here like this. So let's put this on here and see how we can finagle these batteries in place. That's gonna be problematic. It's gonna be problematic. I could easily get this 3S in here. Got plenty of room for this. I know that they make batteries that fit in this because they list them on their box. The only drawback to doing battery trays like this is that it limits their storage capacity quite a bit, and what you fit in there can be a bit of a pain. And so I've griped about battery compartments in the past, and while I like the ability to just change the battery here without having to open and get the body off to do it, you made the body so easy to take on and off with these new clip system. Like, so I understand why you'd say like this is great because you don't have to, but then why would you make this so easy to come off if you don't actually have to get in here to get to stuff? So they kind of are at odds with each other in one way. Like, you make it easy to get in here so you can access things, but you don't ever have to access stuff under here because we've made it all accessible from the bottom. But in doing so, limited the spot. But that's, I guess, with the spine composite chassis, that's something we're gonna have to deal with because there's no room to actually mount a battery up here either, unless you remove this on-off switch here and strapped it right there. But that's just, you know, when you're trying to keep things small, tight, and this is gonna be super durable, it may mean that you have to get new batteries in order to fit with this. So we'll try and hit up a shop here and see if we can't get some batteries that work better with this car, because I don't know that I have, other than using the shorty pack in here. But I'd prefer with the Basher to have a hard pack, especially in a confined space like this where it could slide around and it's not really strapped in. So we're gonna have to see what we can do for batteries, but that's just always one thing to know. And I mean, it's not a negative. It's, I guess, one negative I guess I could point out about it. But it's not a huge negative. It's just what it is. All right, 50%. So that's about 25, they say. I don't have a speed checker on it, but we're just gonna believe them. Control is very good with that DSC technology that they've got in there. It's definitely helping it stay very planted. All right, let's bump it up to 75%. Oh, wheelies. Oh, body clip came off. Saw it happen. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. Whew, 75 has got some power. Oh, hit the barrier. Let's just do grass for a minute. Oh, it's ripping. 3S 75 is ripping. All right, now let's do 100. Wheelies. Oh. All right, let's go just jump it, see how it does on the jumps. Oh man, the body's off again. We're probably gonna have to go the manual on that, see if there's something to do with the body clips, if I'm not doing it right. Okay, so it does have a snap point. My bad. That should hold it. Oh, it is mean. I haven't driven a whole lot of two-wheel drives recently, so this is pretty awesome. I gotta get off that throttle. Oh! That was, did you see that? Ish. I gotta get off that throttle. Oh! That was smooth as butter. I don't know that I've had anything else do that yet. That was greased. It is hauling though. Wow. No. We're not gonna blow the tires out. Not even gonna risk it. So there's a clip on that. I'll have to make sure I note that in my unboxing. I'll put a little thing on screen. It is traction rolling pretty good. Got to let off in the corners for sure. In the grass. In the dirt. It's pushing pretty good. But on the grass, we've had several instances now where I've had to go and walk of shame. So much power. Yeah, on the dirt it's awesome. That loose dirt over there. Very planted. So the stock suspension, I like it out of the box where it's at for what I'm hitting right here. Because it does allow it to lean into the corners. But also it's soaking up the jumps. I'd say pretty good. Oh no. Dominic helped me get it back over. Little top heavy. Those tires balloon pretty good too, so I'm afraid to try and save it. We're gonna take it up to the dunes. I bet it could backflip. With the tires ballooning like they do. Yeah, these tires really a lot of traction on the sidewall. Oh yeah, I don't think I got that on camera, but hopefully Dominic got it. I missed it. Hardly needs a jump. No air needed on those. It's got a lot of power. This is what I wanted that original Stampede I bought to do, was backflips. And I was buying a whole bunch of stuff for it, and I still couldn't get it to go around and do backflips. This thing, no problem. Yeah, I spent so much time and money with that original Bigfoot, or not Bigfoot, Gravedigger, trying to get it to do backflips. Got a castle system for it. This thing, two-wheel drive, it is money. There's something fun about a two-wheel drive platform. I always say that. I'd go back to that Gravedigger and run it again, and it's just a whole different style of driving with the wheels getting up, and it's just fun. Definitely takes more control and finesse. But still, lots of control in the air. Oh, little harder to save on those in two-wheel drive because you don't get those front tires helping when you hit the ground and hit power. All right, we're gonna let our cameraman give it a wheel here in a second. because I think he'll like it. Oh, that slide right there is so nice. Yeah, I think it's a much better car on, I'm gonna go slow here, I don't wanna run down there and get it, on dirt. Allow it to drift a little bit in those corners. Whoa. And not be so prone to rolling over. We're gonna take it up to the sand dunes today too. Give it a rip there. 3S is amazing though. I bet 2S is pretty good though. If it still goes 40 miles an hour. Might not have the instant power this has. I mean, it's almost too much. I'm barely on it. So 2S is probably a great ride as well. Because, oh my goodness, that was cool. I'm gonna try and hit this big one at full tilt. Ready for it, Dom? And then I'll let you give it a run. I gotta go way down here to get it. I bet it goes a mile. Nice. I didn't hit it full tilt. I remembered we want to get it to the sand dunes, so try not to break it. All right, here, you give it a go. Shoot. I wasn't recording.
Good. That's great. I love that.
All right, we'll get your walk of shame, though. I wasn't recording for some reason. I have all the audio. I could just put over a black screen, though. I missed your really awesome jump, though. You did have a great one. Oh, going for the front flip, Lee O'Donnell style. That front tire just spinning. Just spinning. That's... Oh, that was good.
Oh my gosh, I cannot see. My depth perception is just awful.
So, it does land on its lid a lot.
What did I do?
All right, that was good. Oh, that was a good turn.
Oh, I cannot see.
Oh, burning the turns. Nice. There you go, dude.
Why am I turning?
Oh, goosed it. You got it. Keep
I
going.
wanted to do a backflip, and then I realized, wait a minute, I don't know how to do a backflip. So
With a little, and then give it the rest. There it is. Oh, just stay on a little longer. That was good, dude. Oh, felt the rocks flying. Look at it lean, so nice. Ah, not as savable with two-wheel drive. Not as savable, but even on the cement here, she's awesome on this asphalt. Ours is nice and slick. Oh. All right, so Dominic's working on the old school ARRMA Raider, and as you can see, it's a bottom loading tray as well, like this new Quake. But we're up here now at the sand dunes. We're about to have some fun with the new Quake. Oh no, already? Walk of shame in it already. All right, so we've got this hill to blast up and on. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Oh. Oh, battery out. Ejected the battery at the bottom. Weird. There's a battery tray over there. We ripped the lead out of the battery though. Take two. We killed the battery by ripping out one of the battery leads. We'll be able to fix it by soldering it, but not here. Again, has to do with the compartment in the bottom. The whole tray, I think that maybe the battery wire got a little caught in it, so it didn't close all the way, which then made it pop loose in the back. Unsnapped the front, and then it was dangling by the cable, which is weird because I had an adapter on and that didn't come off. Instead of coming off the adapter, it ripped the wire out. Oh. Big wall here. Oh, wall ride. Up the hill. Oh, launched it. Oh, down. All right, ready, wall ride.
No.
So, this thing can rip on the sand. Stock tires is doing pretty good. We could flip that. We could backflip that. All right, come at you. One-handed. Nice. Ooh, that was close. Ow. All right, you guys, there you have it, the ARRMA Quake. Bashed it at the house, bashed it up here. Still don't have a battery that fits it right, so we did do an ejection of one battery. So I gotta find one of those 4,000 milliamp hour ones that they sell for it. But I'm out of breath, climbing the dunes here, getting this thing. We just died on the top, so I'm gonna carry it back, but man, it's a ripper. For a two-wheel drive out of the box, this thing hauls, a lot of fun. 270 bucks, not too bad, but man, cool platform. The tires hook up really good in the dirt. We're even hooking up here on the sand, so yeah, check them out, you guys. They're coming out here very soon. They're gonna be up for pre-order. They're gonna be in stores soon, and you're gonna want to get your hands on one. If you like the Gorgon, you're gonna love this.